Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a kind of swatch your stash, let's see what you've got, but also kind of duping some palettes, but also a mixture of let's have a look at what we've got in our collection. It's a whole thing. Basically, I was inspired by various different videos and I'm trying to make it my own thing, as opposed to like just copying other people's ideas, which it probably is just copying other people's ideas, but let's just go with it. So I saw Erin's video of Dupe the Vibes, which if you've not seen, you should see. I will link it in the description box down below. And also Amanda and Jessica do their series of dupes. I can't remember what it's called. I will put it across the screen what it's called, and also they'll be linked in the description box down below, because primarily those are the three videos that I saw that inspired me to do this. The concept, well, Erin also did a post on Instagram a little while ago where she was craving blue eyeshadow because Blue Blood came out, and she just swatched all of her blue eyeshadows and then put a picture up on Instagram, or shared it with the rest of the group on Instagram. And it kind of stems from there. I've been thinking about doing this since then, but I just couldn't be bothered to get all of my eyeshadows out and do that because I have a full-time job, and even though Erin has a full-time job, she gets like days off in a row, whereas I don't. This is my kind of starting of that. Finally, I've managed to make the time to go through my eyeshadows and do it. But I'm only going to do it in sections. I'm not going to swatch all of my eyeshadows down both my arms across my chest, you know, because I have that many eyeshadows. I will do it like 10 at a time so we can actually see what the eyeshadows are and talk about them and think about formulas and stuff like that. I don't really have a palette that inspired this, but we might as well take a look at the Colourpop Lavender palette, which I will put a picture up. I think it is called Lilac You A Lot. Again, I'll insert a photo, and it's just kind of all different shades of purple. I'm not trying to dupe this palette. What I'm doing is looking at my collection, thinking I don't need a monochromatic palette of purples because I have 100 different purple eyeshadows. Essentially is where I'm trying to go with this. Even though the purples aren't exactly the same as the ones in the palette, I'm not trying to do that. What I'm trying to do is like, hey, if I see somebody doing a purple look with this eyeshadow palette, then let's see what purple looks I can do. And I think that's the difference between the videos that other people have done, I think. I'm really sorry if I'm stealing your idea, I don't mean to. Anyway, so I have my first 10 here. 17, apparently. Apparently I picked 17 today because I felt like a rebel. But I have 17 purple eyeshadows here, and I'm just gonna go through them, swatch them. We can talk about formulas, as I said, and that kind of a thing. So the first one is in my Z palette, my fake Z palette, and it's this purple here. This is a matte lilac purple, and this is by Cleona Cosmetics. I was given, this is Daydream, and it's for face and eyes. I was given this by Erin because she, I don't know if she decluttered it because she's not going to use a matte purple, but yes. First thing I notice is the formula on this is super soft. It's like wrapping yourself in a warm towel kind of soft. I'm just going to swatch on my arm, I think. But it is kind of almost breakable in that sense because it is so soft. I swatched there and I can't actually... That was good, wasn't it? Right, shall I go that way instead? Let's try again, shall we? I'm going to hit pan on this eyeshadow, just trying to swatch it. There we go. That's what that one looks like. So it's kind of like a blue-toned matte purple. Sorry, I was looking down because it felt like something crumbled as I was swatching it, but it didn't. The next one I have is Delectable, which is in the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and also Talk Derby to Me, which are these two shades here. One's more of a red-toned purple, the other one's more of a blackened purple. Delectable is a satin finish, plum shade. And it doesn't swatch that well. To be honest, I think this is the one that went patchy on me when I was... But then I didn't use the correct primer, so I don't know. Maybe it might be patchy, it might not. Let me know if you tried this eyeshadow, how great it is. Sorry, my battery died. Again, my battery is always dying. It just constantly dies. Am I central? I don't know anymore. There we go. That's a bit better. Kind of. We'll just carry on, shall we? So, I was swatching Delectable, and that's what that one looks like. And now I'm going to swatch Talk Derby to Me, which is a black with purple glitter. Which, again, is kind of not a great formula. I mean, it's okay if you build it up. But yeah, that's that one. again, it looks kind of patchy, but these swatches, as I said, my skin's really dry and these swatches are great. Some Too Faced eyeshadows swatch better than others, but yes. And the next one is in the Sleek Vintage Glamour collection. This one has Vintage Romance, sorry. This one has a ton of purples in it. It's basically an entirely purple palette. So we have this one, which is a Vow in Venice. Which is not dissimilar to the Too Faced one, it's just a shade lighter. We have Marry in Monte Carlo, which is this one here, which I don't know how I'm going to do this because I've basically hit pan on this one. And I have nails, and I'm just making a mess. And that one's definitely a shimmer, but it's almost duochrome. Almost. It's not entirely duochrome because it's monochromatic, you can tell it's monochromatic, but it's, you know, on the verge of being metallic enough to be duochrome, if that makes sense. I don't know if any of what I'm saying is making sense, to be honest. Then we have this one. This is Honeymoon in Hollywood. This one is a matte fuchsia purple. A matte fuchsia based purple with silver glitter inside of it. And that's what that one looks like. It's more pink on camera than it is in the pan, to be honest. In fact, it's more crimson on my arm than it is in the pan. And then we have Bliss in Barcelona, which is this one here. Which is a blue-toned indigo-y purple, but it's got a black base to it. So again, it's a kind of duochrome looking eyeshadow without actually being duochrome. Then we have this one, Forever in Florence. And this one is a deeper version of that crimson. Again, it's got silver shimmer in it. Again, it's a matte shadow. And that's what that one looks like. And the last one then is this one here, which is Romance in Rome. Again, it's very similar to this one here. These two shades are very similar, except one is lighter than the other. You can see, there's this one. That's the Romance in Rome. And then there's this one, which is the Bliss in Barcelona. They're pretty much the same shade. And again, with this one and this one, they're pretty much the same shade. But yes, so that's that one. We're going to go to the other arm now. And we're going to do the Revolution Pleasure Dome. Okay. So that's not that one. That's this one. Oh, I just lost the slip. It's got all the names of the things on. But it's this purple here. It's the only purple in the palette, so I was never getting that wrong. And again, it's kind of a black based purple with purple on the top. Like, it's the same shade, pretty much. The only difference with the Revolution one is the purple is very vibrant, which I kind of like. I always find that in terms of drugstore eyeshadows, Revolution are the best. I mean, they do have their misses, but then so does every other brand that you can think of have their misses. So to me, it's, you know, you pay £4 for it. Well, not £4, but some eyeshadow palettes actually you can get for £4 from Revolution, and they're pretty good. So there you go. The next one is Run Boy Run by Revolution. I'm sorry if I sound really weird, by the way. I'm really ill. Did we put what? Okay, well, I'm guessing it's this one. You'll Be My Boy. But to me, this doesn't look purple. So, but we're going to swatch it anyway. Because past Claire thought it was. And it's not. It's kind of the same thing of like a black matte base with like a red fire shimmer underneath it. So it's the same as the purple where you've got the black and then the shimmer. And then it's the same here. But instead of purple shimmer, we've kind of got a red shimmer. I don't know why I thought that was purple, but hey ho. Urban Decay Moondust palette. We have Magnetic, this one here. And also, for a minute then I was like, why have I got Urban Decay Moondust here when it says there's only one in the palette? But it meant this one. This is Intergalactic, this one. So this is Magnetic. That's what that one looks like. You can see the blue shimmer running through it. It's beautiful. I love the Urban Decay I'll go here. I did say I was going to change arms, but hey ho, we're here now. It's like purple, but then it kind of, there's blue in it as well. It's amazing. The Moon Dust shadows by Urban Decay are just some of my favourite formula of eyeshadows ever made, ever created, ever. And Intergalactic is the same shade of purple, but instead of a blue shimmer, it's got like a silver shimmer running through it, which just gives it a whole completely different look. And that's what that one looks like. I don't know if you can see the difference there, but the blue makes it look darker than it actually is. Then the the silver makes it look lighter, but it's definitely the same shade of purple. And the last purple shadow then is from the Urban Decay Vice 4. Bearing in mind this only touched the very tip of the iceberg of my eyeshadows, and in this one we have 4 purple eyeshadows. So we have this one here, which is Beat Down. That's beautiful. I very rarely reach for this palette, I'll be honest. That's stunning. It's just a royal purple. It's amazing. That's amazing. This is why I wanted to do this, because I never reached for this palette, and I've missed out on that shadow all this time. And again, I've considered this purple, but it's not really a purple, it's more of a crimson-y colour. But again, that, compared to the sleek ones from the Vintage Romance, is pretty much the same shade as those 2 shades, right? This is incredible, formula-wise. And I never reach for this palette. Why do I never reach for this palette? Pandemonium is this one here. Sorry, that one there was Underhand. This one was Underhand. Sorry, it's really hard to read the writing. They've printed it so dark against this black background. It's just ridiculous. This one is Pandemonium. Where am I gonna... That's what that one looks like. Pandemonium is like a darker purple than the Moon Dust, but it's kind of the same tone of purple. And the last one is Harlot. And Harlot is just a lavender. And it's kind of like a satin finish too. It's not... It's kind of a satin metallic finish actually, to be honest. It's definitely not a shimmer. And that's what that one looks like. It's kind of like a soft lavender. So that's the purple eyeshadows for this round. I do have more purple eyeshadow to come. If you want a different colour than purple, we can put the purple down for a bit and then come back to it later on. We can do a different shade next time round. Just let me know if there's a specific colour you want to see. If you're seeing some eyeshadow palettes, new releases, and you're like, I have to have shades like that, what might be in my collection, then let me know and we can do that. But again, this isn't a dupe your palette because I don't want to directly copy other people. So I can, if you wanted to do browns, we could do browns. If you wanted to do bronzes, we can do bronzes. If you want to do creams, we can do creams. But I'm not going to say, oh, look at this palette, and then just copy it from my collection, because that's not what this is about. But yeah, that's my purple eyeshadows for this time round. I'm definitely going to pull the Vice 4 out, for sure. Going to pull the Vice 4 out. Those purples are insane. And this is probably one of my oldest palettes in my collection as well, and I don't think I've ever... I mean, I've worn it, I've hit pan on one, but I don't think I've ever used the purples, ever. So, I'm going to be doing that. And when it comes around to swatching the greens, I bet the greens will be the same as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you don't think I was copying people. It wasn't my intention to do so. I just thought it would be a cool idea to have a look at what's in my collection and rediscover my collection, basically, is all I wanted to achieve from this. So, and I definitely did that from this video alone. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!